Jefferson County Court of Law number 2 is back in session. And cause number 324-644, case of South of the State of Texas versus Carlton Ray Goodman. Let the record reflect that Mr. Carlton Ray Goodman is present in court with his attorney, Mr. David Grove. The state is present in court with Assistant Attorney Lamar Johnson, Assistant District Attorney Raymond Shearer. Let the record also reflect that the jury, that the panel is not in the courtroom. State at this time, are you ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
The defense, are you ready?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Bailey, would you please bring in the panel? Let the record reflect that the jury panel is back in the courtroom in cause number 324-644, State of Texas versus Carlton Ray Goodman. Let the record also reflect that Mr. Goodman is present with his attorney, Mr. David Grove. State is present with Assistant District Attorney, Attorney Lamar Johnson, and Attorney Raymond Shearer. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we'll put you in the hands of Ms. Glenda Secure, who is one of our court coordinators. When she calls your name, you'll please come up to the jury box, and there are tags in the chairs. Those of you who have been selected to sit on this jury, please get the tag and put it on. So at this time, I'll put you in the hands of Ms. Segura. Ms. Segura.
Pamela Dana, Brandy Roy, Terrence Smith,
You're gonna sit in the chairs that have the black and yellow tape.
Abigail Kionsini, Stephanie Davis, Joshua Lewis, Jonathan Tony.
Mr. Tomer, you can sit right there. The last one. No, the next one. Right there, yeah. She's gonna sit up there. Make sure everyone have the tags on. At this time, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, we're gonna ask, the court will administer the second oath. And I need each and every one of you to raise your right hand. And after I finish repeating the oath or reciting the oath, I need each and every one of you to say, "I do." Do you and each of you do solemnly swear or affirm that in the case of the State of Texas versus Carlton Ray Goodman, you will a true verdict render according to the law and the evidence, so help you God? Okay, you may put your hand down. Members of the jury, I will give you some instructions and a general idea of what to expect in this case. Every case is composed of facts and the law as it applies to the particular case. The facts come from the witnesses on the witness stand. The law comes from the statutes, codes, rules, and court decisions interpreting them and how they may apply to this case. You and I have equal authority in this case, but it is divided authority. You are the sole judges of the facts, and I am the sole judge of the law. You are the sole judges of the credibility of witnesses and the weight to be given their testimony. You may believe all of what a witness says, part of what a witness says, or none of what a witness says. As this trial progresses, the attorneys will probably make objections to questions asked by the other attorney of witnesses, or objections to the introduction of documents or objects. This means that in the objecting attorney's opinion, there is a legal reason why the testimony or document or object should not be received by you. Sometimes I will simply sustain or overrule the objection. At other times, it may require a lengthy discussion outside of your presence. If that happens, I will either ask you to step outside for a few minutes or ask the attorneys to come up to the bench so that you can hear the discussion on the point of law. The reason for this, as I told you earlier, you are the sole judges of the facts you receive, and I am the sole judge of the law. I can't be with you in the jury room when you deliberate the facts. Therefore, you can't be present or within hearing when I deliberate questions of the law. The reason why I will sometimes ask you to step outside is because it is simply the most efficient way to do it. Otherwise, if we were to leave the courtroom, the court reporter would have to gather her equipment and take it with her. And the attorneys would have to gather their files, etc. The ruling I do make on questions of law in your presence are not evidence, and you are to disregard them. After all the evidence is in, and both the state and the defendant have rested their cases, the court will prepare and submit to you a written charge instructing you on the law in this case. We will then hear oral arguments from the attorneys. The attorneys have the right to make a summation of the evidence and to make reasonable deductions from the evidence. Since the state has the burden of proof, it has the right to open and close the summation or argument. Until you retire to deliberate, do not discuss this case amongst yourselves, and under no circumstances should you permit anyone to discuss the case with you. Do not attempt to learn from any source outside of the courtroom anything about the facts of the case, nor attempt any independent investigation on your own. Don't visit the scene involved in the facts of the case. Don't read any reports in the newspaper or watch TV reports about the case. Do not make up your mind about this case until all the evidence is in and you have been instructed on the law. Don't take notes during the progress of the trial. Don't visit other courts during a break if a trial or other proceeding is in progress. The bailiff have given you badges or tags identifying you as a juror. Please wear it at all times. Now, ladies and gentlemen of the panel, those of you who were not selected on this particular jury, on behalf of the citizens of Jefferson County, and behalf of the staff here at County Court at Law Number 2, I would like to thank you for taking time out from your busy schedules to be here. Our jury system cannot survive without people like you who have taken time out from your busy schedules. Without people like you, our jury system, our judicial system will fail. And if our judicial system will fail, conversely, our community or our society would fail. So on behalf of the citizens here in Jefferson County, and behalf of the staff here in County Court at Law Number 2, I'd like to thank you for taking time out from your busy schedules. Now, I know that you all may have been looking at the monitors and you see the word YouTube up there. And because of the, we still have protocols in place, COVID protocols in place, the public has a right to have access to the courtroom. And because the defendant has a right in all trials and all proceedings to have a public trial, that's why it's aired on YouTube. Now, if you desire to watch the trial on YouTube, you can do that. It will be aired depending on how long this trial takes. But again, I thank you for your time and attention. I tell people this all the time. I normally give everyone a handshake, but because of our COVID protocols, I can't do that. But at this time, I can give everyone an air handshake. And so thank you for taking time out from your busy schedules. Our court bailiff have some letters for you. At this time, you are excused. If you need any excuses, he can tell you where we can get them. You go across the hall to our district clerk's office. So again, at this time, thank you for taking time out from your busy schedule. And everyone, please have a blessed day. Okay. At this time, State, are you ready to go forward? Or you gonna have any witnesses today?
I don't, Your Honor. I asked him to be here tomorrow.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, our trial, we're going to take a recess for the evening. And so on tomorrow, we will resume with this trial. We'll start off with the state presenting the information, opening statements, and then they'll present their evidence. Everything will start up tomorrow. Now, tomorrow, we start back at 1:30. And the reason why we start back at 1:30, because at from 9 to 12, we're gonna be busy in this courtroom. We have other dockets that we take care in the morning. And then once we finish our dockets in the morning, we start back with our trials in the afternoon. So we need to have everyone back tomorrow at 1:30. Make sure that you wear your badges. And you're gonna have a seat outside the courtroom like you did today. And when we're ready, the bailiff will come and get you. So at this time, everyone is excused. Follow the bailiff, and everyone have a blessed day. Court will be in recess till 1:30 on tomorrow.
Thank you.